Welcome to Baxter's weekly yoga balance pose. I'm Baxter Bell. Thanks for joining me again this week. So our pose this week is called Jungle Vines. I was recently leading a retreat in Yelapa, Mexico, which I lead every year at the end of January, and I was inspired by the amazing life that I saw in the jungle, especially the vines growing everywhere. So I was inspired to create this particular balancing pose. So to do the jungle vines balancing pose, you're going to bring your feet relatively close together. And I'm going to show you something in front of the camera so you can see it, but I'm going to have you interlace your fingers behind your back, like so. Squeeze your fingers and pull your wrists apart. So you're going to do that behind your back. So bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, pull the wrists wide, and reach the elbows long. And then lift the hands a little bit away from your hips. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what that might look like. So you can see how my hands are lifting up a little bit. So with the hands in that position, you're going to bend your knees forward a little bit, keeping your chest and your torso upright, and shift your weight onto your left foot. You're then going to bring the right leg up and hook the foot of your right leg behind your left knee and kind of stretch that knee forward and out to the side a little bit. So I'm lifting my hands up and back as far as they'll go. I'm keeping that left leg bent and doing my darndest to keep my balance steady on the inner and outer edge of my supporting foot that's on the floor. Of course, and with all of the balancing poses I'm sharing with you here, I want you to keep in mind that your breath should stay steady and even as you're working, and sometimes picking a spot out in front of you for your gaze that isn't moving, such as a spot on the wall or maybe the floor out in front of you 6 or 8 feet, is helpful also in helping to maintain your balance. So when you're ready, then you're going to release the top leg out, you're going to release the hands out, and shake your wrists a little bit. Typically when you interlace your fingers, you have a habitual way of doing that. I'm going to suggest that for the second side that you change the cross of your fingers by one finger. It's going to feel a little weird or odd, almost like someone else is holding your hand, but try that behind your back. So bring the hands behind your back once again. Again, I'll turn to the side so you can see. I'm going to squeeze my fingers, pull my wrists apart, and then lengthen and lift my hands. Coming back into preparation mode, you're going to bend your knees forward a little bit. Shift your weight this time onto your right foot, pick up that left leg, hook the ankle right behind the knee. So I'm kind of flexing my foot to catch it in there so I can pull forward with that ankle, and I'm resisting back a little bit with the knee, even though I'm keeping that right knee, the right knee bent as I work here. Woo! If you lose your balance, hook again, come back into position, keep the chest lifted, nice broadness in the chest, steady as it goes. Excellent. Then you're going to bring the foot down, straighten the legs, release the arms. Often the arms feel like they naturally want to float up in the air, so you might do that for a second. Shake out the wrists. And that is Jungle Vines. To learn more about my work, check out my website, baxterbell.com, or my blog site, Yoga for Healthy Aging, where Nina Zolotov and I post 5 days a week on topics related to yoga, health, longevity, and your well-being. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Namaste.